Let's delve a little deeper into business rescue, and now joined by business rescue practitioner Hans Klopper, who is quoted there. He's live from our studio in Sea Point. Hans, basically business rescue is about saving jobs and ensuring things don't descend into too much chaos while a plan is made. Is that correct?
That is indeed correct. In the past, companies used to be liquidated and employees would lose their jobs. Government decided to follow similar regimes all over the world and institute or bring onto our law books a system whereby businesses can be saved and they get protection and a moratorium against legal actions against them whilst under business rescue.
And this staves off creditors who would otherwise presumably be able to force the company to pay them back and sink at the same time. So does the business rescue practitioner decide who gets what, who will be paid when, things like that?
Exactly. The business rescue practitioner steps into the position of the board of directors. The creditors, as at the date of the filing of the business rescue, are effectively ring-fenced and have to stand back whilst the company get the necessary or use the necessary breathing space to restructure its affairs pending the business rescue practitioner's investigation and the filing of a business rescue plan.
How does this work legally? Was Ellerines obliged to do this, or is it a decision that it makes? And then who pays for the new people who have to come in?
How it works is, and I don't want to sound too legalistic, but Section 29(7) of the Companies Act provides that when a company is under financial distress, the directors of the company must either file a resolution for business rescue or state why they are not filing for business rescue. So effectively, the Act obliges a director or a board of directors of companies to file for protection under the business rescue. The business rescue practitioner, who is remunerated together with his expenses on an hourly basis, then steps in, takes control, and engage with affected persons such as employees, unions, shareholders, and creditors with a view to developing a business rescue plan that could then either restore the business to solvency or alternatively put the creditors in a better position than what they would have been in had the company been placed in immediate liquidation.
Hans, business rescue implies that it can be rescued, but that may not be the case. How long will this take to unfold? When does the decision come if this is the end for Ellerines?
The business rescue practitioner must convene a first meeting of the creditors within 10 days of his appointment, so it's a fairly swift procedure. The Act provides that he must file a plan within 25 days, which I would think in this matter would be unrealistic. So creditors would or are in a position to provide the practitioner with an extension of that time within which to file the plan. It may mean that once the business rescue practitioner has concluded his investigations, that creditors, people who owe the company money, may have to take what we call a so-called haircut. In other words, take a compromise or a scheme of arrangement may be entered into with them whereby they delay their claims against the company. There are a myriad of possibilities for the business rescue practitioner, and depending on the circumstances, he will work out a plan as to how the business will be saved.
Final question for you, Hans. African Bank, the holding group, still in trouble, and there are various options. It may be bought, maybe some investors will put up the cash it needs, those billions. The PIC is asking for good reasons why it should do that. Otherwise, is it likely to go the same route? Will we see a business rescue?
I do not wish to venture on a guess on that one, but with it being a bank, I would think that a different procedure may very well be followed. The reason for Ellerines' business rescue is evidently the lack of support that it has from African Bank at the moment. But it would, at this stage, be a different decision whatsoever, and something that I do not necessarily wish to embark upon at this stage.
And possibly a decision of the Reserve Bank. Thank you very much. That was Business Rescue Practitioner Hans Klopper. Let's look at the numbers. The JSE has been falling this week as tensions in the Middle East around Russia and Ukraine and Iraq have weighed on markets globally. The market closing in the red, but only by a small fraction today, so basically flat. Let's have a look at your main financials. After the break.